Look who it is. Somebody's doing better. So, you guys know about a year ago, Skye was diagnosed with HCM. And about a week ago, Skye actually went into cardiac arrest. Skye is now in this congestive heart failure stage, which means that her condition is progressing pretty quickly. And we were shocked because she just got diagnosed a year ago, and they told us that cats can live with this diagnosis for years and have no symptoms, but Skye seemed to progress pretty quickly. The night that she went into cardiac arrest, we were so scared. I just remember she was gasping for air. We decided to take her into the hospital right away, and they told us that had we not gone in that same night, she 100% would not be here today. So her lungs were surrounded by fluid, and that led her to not being able to breathe. What this basically means is that Skye has to basically live on medicine for however long she's able to live. This medicine is basically going to help her heart function properly. This is where things started to get a bit shaky. So she was fine in the hospital. She wasn't eating, of course, because of stress. I know my cat, she doesn't do well under stress. No drinking. So this led to severe dehydration. And then her kidney values just shot up. I mean, it was like from one day to the next, they went up very fast. We thought for sure that she had kidney failure. We decided we were going to do palliative care, and we decided that, hey, I know her kidney values are going up, but maybe if we can get her to eat and hydrate her, then maybe her kidney values can go down. So we took her home that night, and you guys, if you would have seen Skye, I was certain that Skye was not going to make it through the weekend. I was just like, this is it for us, and we just have to say goodbye. So I wanted to take her home so that we could spend a little bit more time with whatever time was left with her. With her congestive heart failure, we need to remove the fluid around her lungs, right? But with kidney problems, we need to basically give her fluid. So it's really hard to tackle these two problems at once. Our doctors basically were telling us, you may want to consider euthanasia to end her suffering, because she was truly suffering this day, right? Just something in me just felt like I couldn't give up on her just yet. Like, this is a cat that got ran over by a car and literally was immobile for 2 weeks, and I brought her back to life. They told us to put her down, okay? And I was like, no, I'm not putting her down, because she is a strong, tough cookie. She will make it out of this. Luckily, with the help of our doctor, she was able to find someone that could perform the ultrasound over the weekend. And once we went in, this was ultimately what was going to be the final decision for us, because we didn't want her to suffer if her kidneys were severely declining. This can really take away from the quality of her life. So I know she has congestive heart failure, and her quality of life will not be ultimately the same, but it's very manageable for a lot of cats. And some cats can live up to 3 years with this problem, even longer. So I didn't want to just give up on her right then and there. So we took her in for the ultrasound, you guys. We were shocked, okay? Because we were syringe feeding her by this point, giving her water and food. They checked her kidney values, and her kidney values went from being a 6 to a 3. We did that. We helped her basically come back to life. And every day after day, she was just looking more like herself. And look at her now. Like, okay, granted, she's not feeding herself just yet, but she's purring. But for a while, she wasn't even purring, She'd disassociate from us. She'd hide in corners and cabinets. And now she's like on the bed again, her favorite spot. She's walking around the house. They were actually surprised to find that her kidneys were not so bad. Yes, she does have an underlying kidney issue, and a lot of cats have this problem. But luckily for her, they're not the worst kidneys that the doctor had seen. So she told us that whatever we were doing at home was basically helping her kidney values go down. So I'm honestly so proud of this girl. She is a fighter, you guys. She is strictly on a kidney diet, which is not the tastiest, but it's going to help her kidney values come down even more. And so far, everything's looking good. I don't know, again, how much time Skye has in this world, but I'm so grateful that I didn't have to say goodbye to her as soon as I thought I was going to. So also, one final note, you guys. Never give up on your cats. Honestly, whatever it's going to cost you to help them get better, just don't give up on them, We owe them that much. There's always that little bit of hope, and you just never know,